16 chip brands.
One crowd.
We're judging the logos
Fonts.
Colors.
And mascots.
to decide who's got the sexiest package.
It's not about taste.
It's about the graphic design.
Let the games begin.
8 random matchups. Who will be the crown? Lay's versus Joe Chips.
So first up, we've got Lay's. Founded in 1932 by Herman Lay, Lay's is now a global snack leader under PepsiCo with annual sales exceeding $1 billion.
Layer, I hardly know her.
Going up against the chip giant is Joe's Chips, launched in the late 2000s by Joe T. This New Jersey-based brand offers retro-style kettle-cooked chips, up-and-coming brand, seems like.
It's Jover.
I guess we can cut this part.
A single chip, why don't you just...
When you say potato chips, this kind of like comes to mind. It's like the icon of what a potato chip is.
Featured very prominently, potato.
I wonder if that's the work of the branding or work of the marketing, because don't know if the logo's that memorable. Definitely like a very stark, color combination of white and red and yellow, but other than that, there's nothing special about the typography. We can talk about Joe's. Much more memorable, sophisticated design, nice type, nice illustration, nice silver detail around the rim of the border.
It looks like a gas station chip.
I do like the design. I love the silver detail, but this is like a flavor cue, and this is more like trying to sell you a lifestyle idea of like, I'm a truck driver, right?
Potatoes, trucks.
Which one tastes better? I do think that the Joe's Chips looks much more like modern design. This has a vintage feel.
I think this has like a much more crafted look on the package itself. The illustration looks like it's hand done. The type has so much more detail in it. The glaze looks very digital to me, like the Photoshop of the chips on a random vector background. It feels like I'm eating like plastic, like a factory product, so.
And I have the exact opposite opinion. Those look like they're trying to trick me into thinking they're fancy because it's like, oh, look at all this extra stuff. This is just classic.
Or are we talking about the trickery or are we talking about the design?
Yeah, the design.
That's part of it. I think that's like the emotional like delivery of what it is.
But does that like feel good to you? The emotional delivery?
To me, when I look at this, I don't think like fake plastic. I think this is like big
It's
bucks store
only
brand,
because
right?
it's been around and drilled into your mind over and over again through the efforts of trickery and marketing.
It's a sunrise growing a potato. This is a gas station truck. That's not even a new truck. It's like trying to be vintage.
This design has its merit, but I think your slander towards big box brands is...
No, I'm purely talking about the formal qualities of the type. Like it's the alignments, the spacing, the illustration. That is like a hack Photoshop job, and this is like someone actually took time and effort to like put that together.
I would wager that more time was put into that bag design than this
Through research and marketing research of like A/B testing and people like, oh, which one responds better? Like that type of bullshit.
I feel like this objectively looks like it tastes better. What it's communicating to me.
Well, I don't know. That's anyone's guess.
No, because like if you didn't have the word chips on here, it would just look like it's like fuel. It's leaning on the crutches of solid foundational typography, but is the typography communicating like delicious chips? That is my question.
It's rough. Like that's kind of like what chips feel like. Like it's crumbly. It's like strong. It's got texture and.
It's so sunny and bright.
That's the only thing tripping me up, because I feel like this is clearly better typography. Something can be like beautifully typeset, but if it tells me nothing about the pack, like what the product is, especially if it's food, I feel like that's a failure in design.
It says chips. What do you want it to do?
Have a picture of a chip on it.
Why?
Then
You know what chips are.
Why a truck? Like it's trying to sell you an idea more than that is.
Yeah, like Joe, the guy who owns a truck, made these chips out of his house.
Is that true?
I don't know.
All right,
No point in swaying me.
voting time. 1, 2, 3. I do like this design. I just think that like it's like hipster versus OG. I gotta go with OG.
I just don't think that's good design.
This just tells me I'm gonna have a nice potato chip.
All right. Anyway, round 1. Lay's is moving on.
Frit-os versus Cape Cod.
Next up, we have Frit-os. Utz?
It's Utz.
Utz. Established in 1921 in Hanover, Pennsylvania, Utz produces 1 million pounds of chips weekly with net sales of over 1.4 billion in 2022.
Going up against such a legacy brand as Cape Cod, founded on July 4th, 1980 in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Cape Cod is known for its kettle cooked chips and is now owned by the Campbell Soup Company.
Right off the bat, the Utz girl, there's not a lot of freakish girl mascots on chips these days. And I really got to give it to Utz for keeping that atrocity.
A freakish girl used to be like an archetype, right? Like Wendy was a freakish girl.
Yeah, we need more.
What is the freakish girl?
Like she might hide in your closet and kill you.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be sweet. Like she's like a little like nice girl, like selling you a bag of chips.
There's a fine line between cute and creepy, I think.
For this, they had an older illustration of the original girl, and she was much more realistic and less cartoony, and that was
more creepy.
More creepy.
Like Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
I will say I've never seen Utz without this sticker, and I feel like it makes me feel like they're a deal. I feel like it's part of the
They
deal.
have a custom price tag on it.
Yeah,
Like,
it says Utz on it.
That comes with every bag.
I've seen it a lot for sure.
That's interesting.
But
Yeah,
it's almost like part of the design.
Yeah,
in that sense.
it's nice. I mean, I do think the name lends itself really well to a good logo. It's very concise. It's like, not that many letters. The forms are nice on the logo.
If you notice, they have a small seal here that says family crafted, and it has like a little photo of a house. So they're really going for like sweet young daughter in a family house, like going for like old timey, we're a farm family type chip. Whereas this is like capitalizing on the location of Cape Cod.
Well, it's fancy. It's it's like where rich people live.
Do rich people eat chips?
They eat Cape Cod.
I think
If they have to choose a brand, it'd be Cape Cod.
They'll like put out a small bowl next to the olives
Yeah.
and their charcuterie.
Yeah.
But no one eats them. They're just for decoration.
I've gotten these on an airplane before, and I feel like that makes me associate them with a luxury travel experience.
It does have it's like yacht design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can imagine this is just like a bag of rope for a sailboat.
I like the design of Utz because it retains a lot of the legacy design tropes from earlier times, like the 50s, and I feel like the girl was maybe illustrated later on in the 60s, but they never changed it. Like the packaging and branding remains very much closer to its roots.
I personally also don't like when packaging has all these claims really huge on it. It's like the 40% less fat than the leading potato chip. It just doesn't look good, one, and number two, it's like, who are you trying to fool? Like, who's the leading potato chip? Comparing yourself to like Takis when you're just like an original sea salt.
Yeah, if you're eating chips, you're a fat ass, and you should embrace it.
There's no such thing as a fancy chip.
It looks like it's trying to fit in with the rich people, but it doesn't look nice.
It's the chip equivalent of a boat shoe.
You heard it here first. Boat shoe chips. 1, 2, 3. Unanimous.
Get the hell out of here with your Cape Cod bullshit.
Doritos versus Hal's.
All right, Hal's was founded in 1986. Hal's New York offers kettle-cooked chips and beverages, becoming a prominent snack distributor in the Northeast America.
Doritos, on the other hand, introduced nationally in 1966 as the first US tortilla chip. Doritos now sells approximately 1.14 billion units annually. It's another OG versus hipster, basically.
Do the honors, Sean.
So when I think of Doritos, it brings me back to my struggle times when I went in college and I had to borrow someone's meal swipe and all I could afford was a bag of Doritos and a Diet Coke from the vending machine. Doritos are always there for me. They're always available. The design really just makes me feel like I'm about to do something a little naughty.
It's probably one of the more simpler versions of Doritos we've seen since childhood, right?
Yeah.
It used to be more like on fire and shit.
Cooler Ranch, nacho cheesier. That was the 90s.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I liked the design more because it leaned more into like Mountain Dew teenager aesthetic. This to me feels like clean but like a little grandpa design.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the type. It's poor font choices. Yeah, it's like Joe's with default Microsoft fonts.
I like how it shows you what's in the chip Like a whole nice raw red onion really gets, you know, your mouth watering.
It's a nice color. The purple they chose is like vibrant on the shelf. I just can't get over, like, we got 1 font, 2 fonts, 3 fonts, 4 fonts, 5 different fonts, like in the same square.
Really close together, not enough spacing.
Very all over the place in a way that I feel like is just looks amateur to me.
I think what's great about the Doritos package, the benefit of adding the photos of the chips themselves is that they actually look really tasty. Like you can see all the seasoning in them. The texture is incredible. It's like so fried. So that actually would draw me to like wanting to get this pack.
It's such an iconic triangle shaped chip, and even obviously included in the logo itself, and it just creates like a nice rhythm on the bag.
Do you think this will look as delicious without the speckles? Because in the UK, they use paprika, they use natural stuff. Hot button topic in America, they're banning coloring.
Yeah.
So do you think this will go down a peg
Depends
if it
how-
didn't have speckles?
Depends how the chips are shot. If they are directed using the right lighting, I think they can still make it work.
These little speckles really draw me in. I don't know if it's just me. I mean, I'm not a fan of artificial coloring, but I don't think I would have the same
Are you
connection.
saying? I'm sure they'll find
it's
some
like Christmas colors.
They'll find some substitute. I'm sure. Easter egg detail: the dot of the eye is a chip shape.
All right, time to vote. 3, 2, 1. Unanimous. Woo! Doritos wins.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Wise versus Zapp's.
Next up, we have Zapp's and Wise. Zapp's was founded in 1985 in Louisiana. Zapp's is famed for its bold flavors like voodoo and acquired dirty chips in 1993.
Wise, on the other hand, originates in 1921. That's really old. Really, really old. Wise Foods expanded its snack line in the 1950s and is recognized for products like cheese doodles, which are just inferior Cheetos. Come on.
I'm a doodler.
These couldn't be more different, honestly.
Yeah, it's almost unfair.
You're overlooking the most
What are we overlooking?
iconic owl logo of all time.
I didn't even know that was an owl. It just doesn't pop. Like, why is it drawn like that? It's like against the low contrast background. It's not really.
Like, if I'm on a manhunt or a stakeout, I feel like I would take these because it makes me feel like investigating.
It's definitely manlier than Zapp's. Zapp's is a gay
This kind of
chip.
feels like you're up to no good, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This bag is
There's nothing like it out
so
there.
good.
You gotta
It
try it.
really looks and feels like it's New Orleans kettle style.
Say it right.
And this
New Orleans.
And it looks
This feels like New Orleans. New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Like, I take one look at this and I feel like I'm about to have a mouth filled with extreme Cajun flavors.
And it's true, it delivers. It looks like it tastes.
These little voodoo dolls, I really appreciate the creativity of the flavor name. Voodoo.
Yeah. It's like a vaudeville chip.
Ooh, that smells
Chip
like
from a circus.
Look,
crabs.
and even the chip itself looks really nice. This is so good.
It's no contest, honestly.
Yeah, should we even write it
Sean,
down?
Sean has a.
I mean, how much
No, I
more?
just made the argument.
We
but
can try to like strongman it, but there's really nothing much to be said. It's boring. It's
the owl thing is just iconic for me.
It's the Kellogg cereal of chips, and I feel like chips are naughtier than cereal. Like, cereal still needs to feel healthy and family oriented, and chips are kind of like the naughty cereal. Way too safe to me.
yeah. It reminds me of like Associated Supermarket or something like a
Generic
like
brand.
a random store. Yeah. It's got the gold bag.
Gold. All right, let's voting time.
3, 2, 1. Zapp's.
Unanimous. Third time in a row, unanimous. It seems to
Yeah, I
me
agree.
design is objective.
Yeah, like with Joe's chips.
Wrong.
Mexican Fritos versus Popcorners.
Starting off with Fritos, we couldn't find actual Fritos, but we were in Bushwick, a very Hispanic community. We went into our local deli and we found Mexican Fritos, the
Fritos.
closest thing we could find. Fritos were created in 1932 by Charles Elmer Doolin.
What a name.
Fritos are deep-fried corn chips produced by Frito-Lay, a division of PepsiCo.
Popcorners are known for their air popcorn chips and became a part of PepsiCo's portfolio in 2019 and are sold in over 40 countries. So same parent brand, 2 different children. Let's see what happens.
Pepsi owns the chip game. You know, popcorn is definitely like, they cornered like the health conscious market by trying to market these chips as like slightly better than eating a deep fried potato chip. It's like kind of airy.
I like the bag.
I will say I've never liked the texture of Fritos.
I always hated Fritos.
What?
They feel so weird to me.
I'd rather eat a tortilla chip
Yeah.
than eat Fritos.
I mean, they do kind of smell
It
like
tastes like sand.
when you don't shower and then you take off your shoe, but it's like in a good way.
But we're not talking about taste.
Yeah, we're not even talking about taste today.
I do fancy the design of the Fritos logo a little
like
bit more.
Bursting out of a corn.
It's a little bit more bespoke. It's got, you know, curves and
I didn't just realize there's a hyphen between Frit and O's.
Frit-os.
Imagine they just put it there to fill in the negative space between the T and the O.
Let's change the name.
You know, this looks like a gentrification chip, and that looks like the people who they're gentrifying.
You think Charles Elmer Doolin is a Mexican guy?
Well, these are just the Mexican version of them. I don't think anyone thinks Fritos
Well,
are Mexican.
is the non-Mexican logo different?
I wonder.
It looks more Mexican.
We'll find out.
It definitely looks more Mexican than my beverage.
Well, it's also red and green and yellow and
No, it's just like the F looks more like
like a mustache.
This size is so good for chips. Like thinner and taller bag. They gotta bring this over.
I mean, what do we think of the type, the font choices? It's like pretty bland and boring to me, but that's kind of what popcorn chips are, right? They're like healthier, lighter.
Yeah, it's like oat milk popcorn.
Yeah.
I feel like they did a really good job at like cornering the market.
Popcornering market.
Popcornering the market. But kind of looks like a Target brand or something.
Yeah. I also just don't love like flat floods of color. I don't know why so many brands just do. Like, it's so lazy to me. Like, try a gradient, try some texture, try some patterning. Come on, like.
The thing is, this uses a flat yellow also, but because the bag is
It's
like
shiny.
reflective,
Yeah.
the substrate material actually makes it have more variation
Yeah.
and like look more appetizing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing less appetizing to me than just a flat, solid block of color. 3, 2, 1.
Frit-os!
Another unanimous choice.
Cheetos versus dirty chips.
Since 1986, dirty potato chips have been kettle cooked with partially peeled potatoes, preserving natural starch for a unique crunch.
Cheetos, invented in 1948 by Charles Elmer Doolin.
Are you kidding?
This guy's the Shakespeare of chips.
Charles Cheetos.
Like he invented every major chip in America. Cheetos are a top-selling cheese snack under Frito-Lay. Global sales of over $4 billion.
Wow, that's-
I've always appreciated like the bottom half like just the large description. It's got a really nice like format, I guess, like a layout that they use across the board where the color just changes.
It's good color pairing too. Like not as expected, but it works really well.
But on the other hand,
Flamin' hot.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos is fucking legendary.
This is a tough one, I think. It's like the Lay's and the Joe situation, but I actually really like the Cheetos design this time.
Yeah, Chester is one of the best mascots of all time. This guy is up to no good. Looks like he's smoking 2 blunts.
I will say that those are the bags of chips that I really always wanted when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The mascot did something.
The Cheetos look like joints, right?
Yeah, and he's got
He's
like,
always got them in his hand. Like,
Just realized.
he's got like the jazz musician glasses. Like he's in a dark room, some smoke puffing
Do
out.
you think he's...
he's definitely like a minority.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he's not. There's no way he's white.
If cats had a color,
Maybe like Cuban.
yeah, I could see that.
That's true.
Chester's a white guy name though.
Yeah, Lincoln Park. That's what I think of. Well, I actually really like the type of the dirty logo. It just looks a little dirty.
Yeah. It's honest too. It's like, this is bad for you, I don't care, it tastes good.
It's really good at communicating what it is because it's partially peeled. Like they're going for the whole like rugged potato chip vibe where you get a little bit of skin, you get a little bit of crinkled rough edges, and that's communicated in every piece of the design.
And unlike the truck driver chips, they show the potatoes like you're supposed to. Also, this color combo is interesting, and the little foil and then the matte, 2 different materials, nice.
I still think this is a tough pairing.
It is.
I really don't know what to go with, but I'm gonna follow my heart on this one.
Me too. 3, 2, 1.
Do we choose
unanimous again?
Cheetos.
I'm sad to see these go because I
Yeah.
feel like these are a contender for
Yeah.
like an underdog chip. But
Next time we'll pair the losers against each other. Look at the logo, it's so cool. It's such a cool logo.
it's like moving forward. It's got these like little hairs
Yeah.
going on. Like
Ruffles versus Kettle.
Ruffles, introduced in 1948, Ruffles are known for their ridged texture and are produced by Frit-os, a subsidiary of
Big surprise.
PepsiCo.
Kettle brand started in 1978 in Oregon. Kettle brand pioneered natural kettle cooked chips and is now owned by the Campbell Soup Company. Wow, so many rival master brands in here.
These are both, again, very iconic brands. I think Kettle, when was Kettle made? 78?
I thought it just came out like the last 10 years, actually.
Ruffles are like the ultimate B squad chip for me. It's like, you're not Lay's, you got Ridges.
Yeah.
They own the ridges, right? I feel like Ruffles is kind of like a lot of people's stoner chip of choice. Like if they're getting munchy.
It is. It's a very munchy
cheddar
chip. It's
and
like,
sour cream
ooh.
Ruffle. Right?
Yeah, it's like the fat ass chip. The guy who doesn't take care of himself.
I see what you mean. It's like more surface area, so more fried. Like
Anyway, we're talking about the design today. Ruffles, I don't know. It's got kind of a collegiate looking logo. It's kind of fun. It's like party, like ooh, college kids smoking weed.
I think it's the color blocking. It almost looks like a flag.
Yeah.
It's trying to communicate the ridges through the design. They definitely also went through the hell of like the trend of simplifying your logo to be super flat. It's better in my memory. Maybe we'll pop it up here, but
Other than the Kettle logo, which I think is kind of interesting, brands, they gotta put this in the grave where you hand draw infographic, Chipotle ass
Word
bio.
cloud.
Yeah, bullshit. I get this shit out of here. I don't want to read an infographic about your carbon footprint. Come on.
yeah.
Agreed. I don't
It's
know.
reliable.
Yeah,
it's like
it's a good old reliable. It's just very recognizable for that. I think for that reason, it's like you see it right away.
because it's called Kettle and it's huge, big
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
logo. They're definitely trying to go for like the organic vibe, like this
Yeah.
printed on bleeding ink edges. They're trying to make the whole thing feel like it's printmaking. So it's not my favorite, but let's
I
put
don't
it
know.
to the test.
Yeah, this was a weird one. Mid-tier pair up. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
What do we get?
I did rough, but you both
Kettle.
did
Kettle.
Oh,
Not unanimous because these are both kind of brand
controversial.
They could have done better.
Yeah.
And if you like the logo, just the back really turned me off. And these just feel like something like a cartoon obese person would
A
eat.
little cleaner, a
Yeah.
little bit more.
I feel better about myself buying this bag versus buying that bag.
Yeah.
Takis versus Pringles.
So we got Takis and Pringles up next. Takis were created in Mexico in 1999 and introduced in the US in 2001. Takis are rolled tortilla chips known for their intense flavors, with US sales reaching 1.1 billion in 2024.
Pringles, launched in 1968 by Procter & Gamble. Pringles are a stackable chip, now owned by Kellogg's, with a distinctive uniform shape and packaging, which I think is kind of influences the design too,
Yeah.
right? Like a stackable chair
Yeah.
in a thing.
Does anyone know what the shape of the Pringle is called?
Oh,
What is it?
It's like
is it
a
math thing?
Yeah, it's like a
A parabola?
tetrahedron, paraboloid or something.
Reminds me of those the toys that you had as a kid, Pringles things, and they make a ball when you like put them together.
Is that a
Do you remember?
China? No, I was kidding.
Wait, is it like
Smart.
the plastic ball?
Yeah, yeah, and it comes
Oh,
apart,
I
and
think
it's
I
like
know
4
it.
Pringle shapes that you have to like.
Is it Pringle shapes?
Yeah, it's a kind of.
I never had that. I want to
don't
get
know if
one.
I had that.
Well, give me 3 other chips.
It makes a ball? I don't believe you.
I don't think it works.
If you turned that into a ball, I would have freaked out.
Woo! Way go.
Listen, the Pringles mascot, the guy with the mustache, classic, unmistakable. There's no other brand like Pringles. You can't miss it.
I think the past few years they've
Really?
rebranded. They made everything flat.
So you
Because it used to be more clearly his bow tie, I think.
Oh.
They made the type flat and everything. I really like the version that's not outlined on there.
I like him on the pizza box.
Oh yeah, that's a nice detail.
Right?
I love that it comes in a cylinder. No other chip does. Takis are the new kid on the block.
They're so good tasting, but I don't know about the packaging.
I like the logo. The tittle of the eye is
Nice
like
tittle.
a rolled up cross section of the Taki.
It's eye-catching. It's, you know, it looks spicy and flavorful.
It's kind of got like a Nickelodeon vibe.
It looks like they took a photo of the chips section and they were like, what color is not currently being used, and then designed around that.
Researched.
I like Taki more than Pringle. Like Pringle seems like something you have to remove from your body. I gotta get my Pringle cut off.
3, 2, 1.
Looks like we have another divide.
Challenged.
Pringles is the winner. So we went through 8 rounds. We have 8 winners. Now we're moving on to the second phase. Where
Elite 8.
Lay's versus Utz.
we got Lay's and Nuts. Any last words while revisiting these?
Let me take a closer look at this.
I mean, I gotta go with my original thesis about Lay's being shitty design. It's
You know, you could change your mind.
It's just because it's been around and it's been drilled into your head doesn't mean it's good.
Do you ever see the vending machine for Lay's where you put in a potato and then it makes it look like it slices it up and then it shoots out a bag of chips?
No. What?
That really had an impact on me.
But that's not the bag. That's not the design of the bag.
But that's what it evokes.
We're talking about the strict formal qualities of the bag.
I agree. I think you can't
Subjective
bring in
opinions
memories.
of
What a brand's good memory structure. No, you're right. I actually really like this salt and pepper pattern too.
All right, let's just vote. I think like we can go faster. We're
All
gonna
right.
set our piece. Ready, go! All right, unanimous. As much as we talked about Lay's, Utz is a really good design. Like, come on, minimal but in the right way, like without withholding.
Yeah.
It's very expressive, even though there's not much going on,
Yeah.
which is part of why design is good.
Get out of here. All right.
Utz continues.
Zapp's versus Doritos.
Now we got Zapps and Doritos.
Yeah, this is gonna be a doozy. All of us love both of these.
It's a classic
I
David
love
versus
one more, a
Goliath.
little bit more than the other.
I think I do too. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. I think they're both very good. That's it.
Yeah.
Ready?
All right.
3,
2, 1.
and we got 2 Zapps
Oh.
and 1
Oh.
Dorito.
Controversial.
I think that if Doritos kept their old design, maybe things would be a little bit different. But I just think this is a beautiful bag. I can't deny.
You can't take your eyes off.
I'm not even gonna crush these because they demand too much respect. This is what a chip should strive for. Every chip wishes they were Dorito. Every other chip is just a wannabe Dorito.
Because Sean couldn't eat these because there was peanuts in them.
I need one more.
Allergy
I need
bias.
one more. Good to have it been ready.
Cheetos versus Frit-os.
Next, we have the children of Charles Elmer Doolin fighting for the crown. Which kid is the best?
We said positive things about both, but I have a clear winner in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one's
it's
easy.
kind of obvious to me.
All right, let's just do it then. We don't need to discuss. 3, 2, 1.
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Unanimous.
Fritos, get out of here.
They're too sturdy. You can't slap them.
Kettle versus Pringles.
We got Pringles. We got Kettle. What more is there to say?
I think it goes without saying we weren't all thrilled by Kettle.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't vote for either of these actually.
3, 2, 1. Pringles.
Pringles.
Obvious winner.
Easy. So
Final 4.
More understated design versus like hyper-capitalist legends.
Utz versus Zapp's.
First pair off, we got Utz and we got Zapps.
oh well.
They're both black and white.
I think it's easy for me, but like I'm sad to eliminate one of them.
At this point, it comes down to like the secondary typography and like looking at some of the other smaller detailed design choices.
I think in terms of hierarchy, Zapp's is very good. Like there's a big strip of white with the logo. I feel like these bits are competing, like the logo and the
That's why the sticker
Flavor.
is so critical.
I think this one is like, yeah, this one is more unapologetic because this one, it's minimal, but it's still like, oh, gluten-free.
Yeah, it's still trying to sell you.
It's got the price printed onto the bag. This doesn't even tell you what the flavor is going to be.
just fucking Zapp's.
It's
man.
just Zapp's voodoo.
It's confident. It leans on its design, and that's all it needs.
3, 2, 1. We got 2 Zapps, 1
Wow.
Utz. Ooh.
Sean the contrarian. Who's the contrarian
What's your reasoning?
This looks like a nightmare. This looks like a nice time. This bag of chips, it makes me feel like, oh, I'm gonna like sneak into the movie theater and do some shenanigans. This bag of chips makes me think I'm gonna go visit my grandma and have a nice afternoon together. I don't need everything to be so controversial and like aggressive all the time. Sometimes I want my chips to just look comfortable. These look like the idealist version of chips. But I get why you picked it. It's cool, it's cool. It's cool.
Would you say this is one of your favorite like representation of a potato chip bag?
Besides Doritos, yeah.
Okay.
That's really interesting because they're so different.
Yeah, it's like it's like grandma's or like NASCAR. They're both the best at what they do.
I really like the Utz design. I just think that when I first saw Zapps, I was like, oh shit, gotta try that. I remember the exact moment in the deli in college when that happened.
It's fucking sick, man. It's like it's like a jewel. Winner, winner.
First finalist, Zapps potato chips.
Cheetos versus Pringles.
Pringles versus Cheetos. I mean, easy peasy.
I do have the clear
Yeah,
winner in my
it's
heart.
pretty clear winner.
Yeah, if this was Doritos and Flamin' Hot Cheetos, then we'd be having a discussion.
We love Doritos.
Yeah, damn, you Doritos, boy.
3, 2, 1. It's a Cheetos.
It's gotta be a unanimous,
Yeah,
right?
Cheetos.
Yeah, Cheetos.
Okay. Okay.
Entering the final round. Zapps versus Cheetos.
I'm happy with this final match.
Yeah, I'm happy.
This is a good one.
Yeah, if Doritos couldn't be here, I'm happy it's these two.
Who's gonna be the #1 king
Yeah.
of potato chip design?
We got one OG classic legacy brand, and we got our underdog, lesser known, but beautiful and courageous.
I never noticed it said Flamin' Hot, and then it's like really condensed flavored typography there. I really have to look at the details now.
Look at this amateur hour. How they try to squish the type as it gets a little more narrow. Also, the potato chips type kind of clashes with everything else. The pattern is incredible. I will say the pattern is like
and
at
the gold,
next level.
like
The gold,
the gold
really.
detail is really nice.
All chips should use gold over silver. I don't know why a lot of these brands use silver. Actually, just Joe's.
This Cheetos logo is insane. It's got beveling, it's got a black outline, it's got a white outline, and then it's got drop shadow on it. And it's got shading in the letters.
I kind of like that.
It's going so hard. The type on this is way harder than anything
the hardest
I've ever
type in
seen.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Like, we just got to put it to a vote.
I can't decide.
The finalists of the best potato chip bag design is
The king of kings. The chips of chips.
what do we say?
Cheetos.
Cheetos. It's unanimous.
Winner.
Clear winner.
Cheetos.
Clear winner. Fucking.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.